Good morning and welcome. I'm so happy that you could join me this morning, and I hope you all are doing well and enjoying the spring weather. So I'm looking forward to getting into our practice this morning. I know we've had some challenges with doing our yoga on the lawn because it's been wet and cold, but we always have this class that we can fall back on, so yay! Good morning! So let's just come into a comfortable seated position, and you could be sitting on a blanket or a couple of blankets, or if you want your legs crisscrossed, or you can have them out in a V or straight out, whichever works for you. So let's just keep a nice tall spine, hands on our knees, closing the eyes, and just bring your awareness to your breath. Take some deep breaths and just let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Coming into a quiet mind and a calm body. Good. So let's start by just bringing our arms up. As you inhale, just take your arms up, nice and wide, slight little back bend, and then bring your arms down. And then let's bring our arms into cactus position. So we've got our shoulders kind of rolling down our back. We're going to start to open the shoulders and stretch out the trapezius. So now as you inhale, let's take that right arm up and reach, like you're trying to pick something off a tree. Really feel that stretch in the right rib cage. Good. Breathing. Good. And then bring the right arm down. So let's inhale and take the left arm up. Reach. Really stretching out the left rib cage. Reach. And then bring your arms back down. So let's take the right arm up one more time. Reach. Good. Exhale, bring your arm down. Left arm as you inhale comes up. Reach. Good. And then release the left arm. So now let's bring the elbows together, keeping them parallel to the floor. And then exhale, bring them back, let them drop down your back. Inhale, bringing the elbows together. Exhale, drop them down your back. Good. Inhale, bring them together. Exhale, release. Good. Nice tall spine. Inhale, coming together. Good. Exhale, release. Nice, wide open. Inhale together, exhale, release, lifting the heart, and then bringing the elbows together. So we're going to keep the elbows together right here and bring the palms facing you. So as you inhale, we're going to open, exhale, close, open, close, open, close, keeping that spine nice and vertical. Open and close, then turn the palms away from your face, facing outward, opening and closing here. Feel that little burn in your shoulders. Opening and closing, good. And then let your arms relax, give them a little shake. Good. So now let's take our arms out, nice and wide. And feel like somebody's pushing on your palms. So really feeling like your shoulder blades could touch each other. Nice, wide, open chest. Good. And then let's bring that right arm, right hand to the left shoulder. Bring that left hand to the right shoulder. As you inhale, draw the elbows up. And take a few breaths here. Good, and then release, bring the arms out nice and wide once again. Stretch, 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 wide open. Good, good, good. Good. And then bring that left hand to the right shoulder. Take the right hand to the left shoulder. As you inhale, draw the elbows up and breathe. Beautiful. And then relax the arms down to the knees. So let's walk the hands in front of us. Just gently walking ahead. You can come down to your elbows, or you can put a block under your forehead and bring the floor to you. And just wherever it's comfortable for you, stretch out the spine. So really lubricating that lower lumbar region. And then bring the arms back, walk them back towards the body, and come back up to seated position. So let's take the left hand to the right knee, and the right arm comes behind you. As you inhale, twist the abs, looking over your right shoulder, and breathe. Really feel those abs crunching. And then gently release. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Left arm comes behind you. Inhale, crunch, crunch, crunch the abs. Looking over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Breathing. And then come back to center. So let's take our arms up as you inhale. Bring the arms up. Take the right hand to the left wrist, gently pull it over towards the right, hinging from your waist. Breathe. Good. And then take the right wrist in your left hand and gently stretch it over slightly to the left. Really breathe. Good. And then lace the fingers, take your arms up, slightly back, breathing, lifting your heart. Exhale, bring the arms back behind you, clasp the hands, and then just let your shoulders roll back, stretching out. Good. And then as you're ready, come forward, raising the arms to wherever it's comfortable for you, and breathe here. A real full chest opener, working the shoulders, breathing. And then let the arms just float down your back and back around to the sides and come up slowly. Good. So let's take our legs out into a nice wide V. Like blanket there. Good, nice wide V, and just shake your legs out a little bit, right here, yes, good. And then as you're ready, inhale, bring the arms up, exhale, float down to the left, inhale, bring your arms up, float down to the right, inhale, arms coming up, float down towards the feet, inhale, come up, float your arms down toward the center. Inhale, come up. Float over to the left as you exhale. Inhale, come up. Float over to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float down towards your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float down towards the center. And then walk your hands up towards your body. Good. Good. So let's bring that right foot into the left thigh. Beautiful. And then let's take both hands over to the left side. So we've got the right hand at your left knee, the left hand at your left hip, and just gently twist. And then come back to center. As you inhale, raise the arms up. And then you can come down to your elbows right here, or if you'd like to go for your foot, just wherever your edge of flexibility is. You must always honor that. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. Beautiful. And then walk your hands up your left leg. Good. A little runny nose this morning, allergies. And then stretch out that left leg. Let's bring the right leg, let's bring the left foot into the right thigh. And take both hands over to the right. So you've got your right hand at your right hip and your left hand is at your right knee. And just gently twist as you inhale. Good. Breathing. And then come back. Raise the arms up as you inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, either come down to your elbows or stretch a little longer. Go deeper towards your foot. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And then gently walk your hands up your right leg. Good. Good. So let's bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to walk the feet back towards the hips, or you can walk your hips up towards your feet, coming into our butterfly. And just let your knees open and just drop to the sides, clasping your feet in your hands, keeping a nice tall spine. And let your butterfly flutter. Breathing, good. Nice, juicy hip opener here. Yeah. Really stretching out those hip flexors. Very important. Good. Good morning, everyone. Good. And then let's bring the feet forward. And just guide your knees over from the left to the right. Little windshield wipers. Neutralizing the hips. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then stretch the legs out nice and long, straight in front of you. And we're going to bring that right foot over to your left foot over to your right knee. Thread your fingers through that left foot and just gently massage your foot. Take your toes back and forth. Maybe circle your ankles. Giving our feet some love. Good. Good, good. And then let your left leg stretch out. So bring that right foot over the left knee and thread your fingers through that right foot. And gently press your toes forward and back. Good, keeping a nice tall spine. Good. And then rotate your ankle. Good. And then release the right leg. So let's come on to our ankles. So we're going to flex the feet, flex the toes, and sit down on our ankles with flexed toes. Good. Good. So keeping that spine nice and vertical. Let's bring our arms out, straight in front of us. Good. Parallel to the floor. And we're going to take our hands up and down, flexing them. Letting them float up and down. Breathing. And then stretch your fingers nice and wide as you can stretch them. Good. Clench the fists, real tight. Feel all that tightness go all the way from your wrist to your shoulders. And then just let your fingers flutter. So we'll do that one more time. So flexing the hands up and down. And then stretching the fingers out nice and wide. Wide, wide, wide. Then clench the fists. Tight. And then let your fingers flutter. Good. Good. So let's come off of our toes, and we're just going to be sitting on our ankles. And take the hands behind you. So the hands are facing you. You can stay up here on your fingertips if that works better for you. Roll the shoulders back, or you can have your hands flat on the mat. We're lifting our chests. So lifting the chest, lifting the heart, head is parallel to the floor, and breathe. Really feel your heart center opening. Beautiful. And then let's come into child's pose. So we've got our arms at the sides, palms facing up. And just rest here in child's pose for a couple of breaths. And then as you're ready, inhale, bring the arms up. Slight little back bend as you push the hips forward. Good. Exhale, float the arms back down into child's pose. Inhale, come on up on your knees, pushing the hips forward. Good. Oh. Exhale, float your arms back down into child's pose. Inhale, coming up. Pushing the hips forward. Exhale, floating back down. Good. One more. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, floating down into child's pose. And this time have the arms stretched in front of you. And just pause here for a couple of breaths. So as you're ready, let's walk the arms over to the right side, placing the left hand on top of the right hand. Take a deep breath down into the left rib cage. Good. Really feel that entire left side opening up. And then walk the arms back to the center and over to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left hand. Take a deep breath down into the right side. Good. And then walk the arms back to center. So keeping the arms stretched out in front of you, back up just a little bit. As you inhale, come forward, and you can stay in tabletop here, or if you want to come forward into up dog or cobra, explore what feels good to you. So we're coming forward and just letting our body float back and forth. Exhale, taking your hips back towards your ankles. Inhale, float forward. Good. Good. Shoulders are soft. Exhale, hips back to the ankles. Inhale, coming forward, elbows tucked into the rib cage. Good. Exhale, float back. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, float back. Good. Inhale, float forward. We're going to do one more. Exhale, floating back. Inhale, float forward. We're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. So your elbows are tucked into your rib cage. Shoulders are soft. Really make your upper body strength work for you. Breathing. Beautiful. And then come into tabletop. And just let your hips sway from left to right. Maybe take them around in a circle. Good. So coming into tabletop, we've got our hands as close underneath our shoulders as we can. And we're just going to do some cat-cows here. So as you inhale, draw the navel to the spine. Come up, really feeling your abs contract. So tightening those abs. As you exhale, come down into cow, stretching out the abs. Your head and your tailbone come up together. Inhale, coming up, crunching your abs. Really tight, tight, tight. Exhale, stretching them out. Good. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, stretching out. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down into cow. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, come down into cow. Last one. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Good. So now let's stand on our knees. And our knees are about hip width apart. So taking our right hand to our right hip. Nice tall spine. As you inhale, bring the left arm up. Push the hips forward. And let your head rest parallel to the floor. Breathe. Beautiful. And then release the right arm. So place the left arm to place the left arm over the left hip. As you inhale, push the hips forward, bringing the right arm up and back. Head parallel to the floor and breathe. Good. And then relax the arm down, coming into child's pose. However you want your arms in front of you or at the sides. And pause here for a couple of breaths. Good. So now let's come on down to our backs. So stretching out the legs. As you inhale, draw the arms up. And then just gently come down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Good. Good, good, good. Arms overhead. Stretch out like a piece of taffy. Like somebody's pulling on your hands, somebody's pulling on your feet, stretching you out like taffy. You're drawing your navel into your spine. Full body stretch. And then relax the arms to the side. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Just check in with yourself. Good. So as you're ready, let's draw both legs up, keeping your pelvic floor on the mat. And we're going to take the hands to the calves and gently press the calves towards the body. Good. So you feel this nice stretch in your quads and your hamstrings, in your calves. Good. Just stretch it out. Beautiful. And your knees can be slightly bent. And then let your legs relax, keeping them up. And just spread them apart a little bit, and let's flex the feet back and forth, up and down. Good. Good. Maybe rotate your ankles. And then just let your legs drop out to the sides. And if you'd like, you can place your hands in your inner thighs, just kind of guiding them open maybe a little bit wider. Really feel that inner thigh stretch. Good. And then bring your legs back together. So let's drop the left leg down and draw the right knee into your chest and give it a nice hug here. Good. And then take the right foot in your right hand, grab it by the balls of the feet. We're going to just gently press that right knee back towards the body. Your left hand can be on your left hip, supporting it on the mat. Take a deep breath down into this right hip. Good. Breathing. Good. And then gently let the right knee come on over across the left leg. Arms are out to the sides. Head is turned to the right. You can have your left hand on your right knee to bring it down a little bit towards the mat. It does not have to come down to the mat. We want to keep our shoulders on the mat as much as possible. And breathe. Good. And release the right knee. Stretch out the right leg. Good. So now let's draw that left knee into the chest and give it a nice squeeze. And then as you're ready, take the left foot into your left hand, grabbing the balls of that foot. Put your right hand on your right hip and gently press the left knee in towards your body. Really feel that left hip opening up, loosening up. Breathing. Good. And then let your left knee drop over your right leg. It doesn't have to come down to the mat. You can always put a block or a pillow or blanket underneath. Stretching your arms out to the sides, or you can place your right hand on your left knee, guiding it. Turning your head to the left and breathe. And then release that left knee. So let's keep bent knees. Walk your feet up towards your hips. And your knees are about hip width apart. So you can keep your hands down at your sides, palms facing down. Or if you want to clasp your hands underneath, rolling the shoulders back. As you inhale, drawing the hips up skyward. Knees are nice and firm and straight into our bridge pose. And breathe. Good. Really feel the tightness in your glutes. And then relax your hips down to the mat. Pause here for a breath or two. We'll repeat that again. So as you're ready, clasping the hands underneath or not, inhale, drawing the hips up skyward, knees are nice and firm and straight, lifting, tightening the glutes, and breathe. Good, then relax your hips down to the mat. Draw your knees in towards your chest and give them a nice big hug. Good. And then place your hands on your knees and gently massage the lumbar region, the sacral spine. Taking your knees in circles, little circles or big circles, whatever you're feeling. Good. Letting go of any extra tension in that lumbar region. Really feel it loosening up and floating away. Good. So now let's bring the knees bent in front. So we're going to cross that left foot over the right knee. Thread your left arm through your legs. Hands meet underneath the right knee and gently press the right knee towards your body. And feel that inner thigh and the outer thigh right around the hip flexor. Just stretching out. Breathe. Good. Good. And then release the left foot. So bring the right foot across to the left knee. Thread your right arm underneath your legs. Hands meet underneath the left leg, the left knee, and just draw that left knee towards your body. Really feel that stretch down in here. Good, and then release both legs, let them just fall down towards the mat, and just pause here for a couple breaths. Just let everything settle in. So now let's draw the feet, the soles, put the soles together, clasping your feet. Draw the feet towards the body. Reverse butterfly. And you can keep if it's more comfortable for you, keep your feet out farther away from your body, or you can draw them in nice and close, whatever works for you. Take some deep breaths here. Good. And then bring your knees together. And if you'd like, you can either drop your knees to the side and push yourself up that way, or you can rock up to a seated position, crossing the feet over, and we're just going to come forward. Let me back up a little bit so you can see me. So we're in tabletop again. So let's bring that right knee forward. And sitting down on your right hip, or you can slide a pillow or a cushion underneath your right hip. Stretch out that left leg and come into pigeon. And you can come all the way up into up dog, or if it's more comfortable for you, come onto your elbows or on down to the mat, maybe a block underneath your forehead. Whatever works for you, into your pigeon pose. And take a few breaths here. Good, breathing. So now let's stretch that right leg out. Bring the left knee forward. Stretch the right leg out, sitting on your left hip, or you can just come sideways if it's more comfortable for you to just sit like this. You figure it out. What works for you is the most important thing. And we're just going to breathe here for a couple breaths, stretching out that right leg, continuing to open our hips. Breathing. And then stretch that left knee out, come into tabletop. So let's tuck the toes. The fingers are nice and widespread as we prepare to come into our downward facing dog. So we're tucking the toes. As you inhale, push the hips back. Drop the head between your shoulders. Maybe walk it out a little bit here. Stretching out the calves. Good. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. And then keeping your hands on the mat, let's take that left leg back. We're going to lunge it out. Our chest is resting on that right knee. And really stretch out that left psoas muscle. And the psoas muscle works when we're stretching the hip flexors. Because if we don't stretch this muscle out, it can cause some back pain, back spasms. So it's very important to stretch out this muscle every day. And then drop the left knee down to the mat. Let's bring that right leg forward. Flex the right foot, stretching the right calf. Beautiful. And then bring that left foot up to meet the right foot. Keeping your hands on the mat, supporting you. So now we're going to take the right leg back, lunge it out, rest your chest on the left knee. Really straighten out that right psoas muscle. Feel it all the way from your hip socket down to your femur. Good. Stretch it out. Good, good, good. Then drop the right knee down to the mat. Let's stretch out the left calf. So the knee is bent and we're flexing the left foot and feeling a nice calf stretch here. Good, and then let's bring that right foot up to meet the left foot. And then come up very slowly. Walk your hands up your legs. Come up slowly, one vertebra at a time, into a standing position. Good. Tugging on the britches. So coming into our mountain pose, we've got our feet hip width apart. We're stacking the bones. So we want our shoulders over our hips over our slightly bent knees, our knees over our ankles. Shoulders are soft. We've got a neutral pelvis and a vertical spine. And just relax here. Let your arms kind of float in space. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your beautiful alignment. And breathe. And then as you inhale, draw the arms up and back. Good. Exhale, come up down into forward fold. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Beautiful. Exhale, come down to a forward fold. Inhale, coming into a halfway lift. Good. Whoops, I should back up a little bit. There we go. Exhale, float down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sitting down in the chair. Knees are even with the toes. Looking skyward into this juicy little spot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the arms up the legs slowly, coming up one vertebra at a time. is the last thing to come up. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's do some squats. So we're in a nice wide stance, and our feet are pointed out laterally. Knees are slightly bent, hands at the heart center. So now as you inhale, draw the arms skyward, dip down into a little squat. Beautiful. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Come up a little bit. We don't want to come up all the way. And then dip down. Good. Come back up. Good. Inhale, dipping down. Exhale, back up. Inhale, dip down. See if you come down a little bit farther. Exhale, coming back up. Do 2 more. Inhale, come on up, down, dipping down. Exhale, back up. Last one we're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. And then release. And just let your legs shake. Shake your arms out. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Good. So now let's take our hands to our hips. Slightly widespread, our feet, and then come forward, hinging from the waist, knees slightly bent into ragdoll. And just let your arms float here. Good, breathing. And then walk the hands up. Come up very slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And let's get ready for the joy breath. So, joy breath means big smiles on our faces, right? Grateful for this beautiful day and for all of us being together. So, as you're ready, inhale up, out, up and through, up, out, up. Through, up, out, up and through. Big smiles on our faces. Up, out, up and through. Up, out, up and through. Up, out, up and through. Yay! So come on down to a reclining position. We can have a few minutes of Shavasana. So stretch out. Put a blanket over your chest or under your neck, maybe under your knees. And take time to just come back to a quiet mind and a calm body. Offer yourself some gratitude for your practice today. It's so wonderful that you carve out the time for yourself to love yourself. So just rest into Shavasana. Even after we close, I want to thank you for joining me this morning. It's always such a pleasure. I love you all, and until we meet again, continue to think peaceful thoughts, always speak kind words, radiate as much love from your hearts as you possibly can. Namaste, my friends.